Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Core Java session. Thank you for joining. Today, we are going to discuss about static. What we are going to discuss? Static modifier. Okay. This is very, very important. You for flow purpose. How this data is going inside the values. We need to understand. Now try to observe. What is static modifier? It is applicable. It is a modifier. You know what is modifier? Modifier mean if you are using something with method, class, blocks, they are going to change their regular action, right? It is nothing but it is a keyword and modifier. Java keyword, right? It is a modifier. And applicable for what? Applicable for methods, variables, and blocks. Blocks are also there. You know method, you know variable. We will see blocks also. But now try to observe. So it is static. What does this mean? English meaning of static? Something stable. Non-static means movable. Something changing called non-static. Non-static means instance, varying, different. But static means always same. Okay. Now we know, right? Abstract. Similarly, we have static, right? We cannot use static keyword with class. We cannot. Why? We cannot create static with class. Why? We are creating object for class now. If static means it, it is not a valid combination. Static object means varying. People joining in this meeting, having everyone their own information, right? So same way, whenever we are creating class, what is the purpose? Oops are applicable na. Oops are applicable to class. Means changing of data, playing with data, that is possible, but we are keeping static. Static means constant data, right? That is not possible, right? Not that combination is not valid. For example, someone giving you like static in your interview, they will ask you, tell me guys whether it is valid or not. You will say nothing, code is there, what everything is fine. I know static, I know class, I know employee, all is good. They will ask you in this simple way. When they will ask the simple questions, they will ask you first mid-level question. You are not able to answer. They will come one level down. Then they will give simple program like this. They try to understand what is your low level knowledge also. After this no low level, you are not able to answer. Then they will say bye bye to you. Okay, thanks for joining. They will say like that. HR will update you. Okay, like that they will see you. Okay, so always they don't ask you interview high level question. They are not asking in low level question. They start with mid level question, mid complex, not very high. Okay, because everyone know who nobody is perfect. Okay, but they will judge you not in one question. They will ask you minimum 5 questions. If you are 1 or 2 questions you are not able to, then they will ask some more question. Okay, static class employee. This is not a valid combination. It is not possible. So in case of instance variable, every object is what? A separate copy, na? A separate copy is created. Let me explain you in terms of program. This is our test class. I'm reusing this test class. Okay, you know package. Now you know import, right? Now I have one class. Can we have one main method? Public static, void main. Public static void main. Then this is done. This is method is done. Now try to observe. I have to show you something. So let me attach my pad also. Sorry guys. Let me attach my writing pad so that I can explain you diagrammatically as well. Now try to observe. I am writing one program here, class test one. I am using one. I am using like this. Now try to observe. I am using one what variable. Can I use static? Static int a equal to 10, int equal to 10. That is fine. Can I take int b equal to 20? That is also fine. Now try to observe. What is this method? Static method. This is what? Instance. This a is what? Static. For now, try to observe one program. Test 1 t equal to new test. I am creating one object because one variable is what? Static. One is instance. Static area we cannot call instance na. That's the reason. Now try to observe. Try to observe. I am changing one value. I am changing one value. I am modifying the value. I am modifying the value. Object is created. Okay? This complete class is there. Now I am creating one. I am changing some command. Now t1 dot a equals to 11. Okay? t1 oh sorry, it is not t1, it is t dot a equal to 11. Now t dot b equals to 21. That is also fine. Okay, now try to observe. Now try to observe. Can I create one more object? Test t1 equal to new test1 equal to new test t1. This is also fine. Can I use this variable t1 dot a equals to what? t1 dot a equals to 20, let's say 12, and t1 dot b equals to 22. Now try to observe. For now, I am commenting this part. I am commenting this part. I am using one system dot out dot println. System dot out dot println. Println. Copy. Println. I will give some English statement. The value of a is semicolon space plus a. Perfectly fine. Copy this. Paste here. The value of b is this. Can I call b directly in static area? That's why I created object, guys. B is what? Instance. Main method is what? Static. Can I call this way? No, na? No, I cannot call this way, right? So better let me call with t dot with reference. Now error gone, na? This is also concept clear, right? Now, can I use this t dot a? Now try to observe. Can I run this program? Run as Java application. What is the value of this 11 and 21? 11 and 21. Now try to observe. Now try to observe. What is happening in the background, we will try to see. In all the three cases, I have noted down. Now try to observe. Now try to observe. What is happened here? When I am using this, one object is created. One object is created. Okay? Now try to observe. X equal to 10 means what? X equal to 10. Previous value what? Sorry, A equal to what? 10. A equal to what? 10. Okay. Now, this is one area. sorry guys, one correction. A equal to 10, ठीक है, one value is there, a equal to 10. With this line, when I'm creating, what is happening, guys? One object is created. Static value a equal to what? 10. But now what I am doing with this object, this value, this line, what I am doing? T dot a equal to when? 11. T dot a equal to 11 means what is happening? This value guy get override by 11. Hope you are good. And similarly, this is B, because this is instance now. This is instance. What is the value of B? The value of B is 20. But I am doing 21 now. So what happened? 21 is available. 20 got replaced by 21. This is happening with T reference. This is happening with T reference. Now try to observe, guys. This is happening with T. That's what we are getting. What we are getting? We are getting 11 and 20. Now, clear or drawing? Now, try to observe. Now I will uncomment this part. Okay. Now this is also fine. I am using the same statement. But this time, I'm not changing any value. Remove this part. I am using what? T1, and here using first object variable to print the A and B value. This time I am printing A and B value. Now try to observe. The value of A is due to T. The value of B due to T is due to T1. The value of B is due to T1. Then you will understand the output. Now I am running the program. Now try to observe. You understand 11 and 21. What happened to 11 and 20? So now try to observe what is happening in the background. This is important, guys. They will ask you a simple program. When initially A equal to what? A equal to some value we are given, static value, that was 10, na? That was 10, right? We have created two objects. This is T1 and this is what? T2. These are the two objects, na? This is T2. So what we did is with the T1 variable, what we are changing, with the T variable, what we are doing, we are modifying this value, na? We are modifying this value. So 10 will become what? 11. That modification done. And here, what was the value of B? Separate copies created. When I am using object create, this line I am doing, a separate copy is created. That's why this separate object is created now. In this line, what is the value? B equal to what was initially loaded value? B. Because of this line, B equal to 20. But I am modifying here now after object creation. So 20 will become what? 21. 21. Till now you are good, right? But when we are using this, sorry guys, this is not T1, this is T, and this is your T1. This is your T1, okay? And this is your T, okay? So with first variable, you are changing the variable. Now, you have created one variable T1 na here. This is what T1. Now, separate copies created means what? B is the instance na. B is the instance. Always instance will be stored in heap area. There is different area. I will discuss on that. For now, you think heap area. In heap area, objects are created like this. So what happened? Whenever you are creating object, one object is created. Whatever the instance data is there, this is instance na int b equal to 20. If I am creating one more line like this, test T3 equal to new test. like this also. So what will happen? One more object will be created na, T3. What is the variable? One data is static, one is instance here. A is static, B is instance. So always instance will be come here na with that default whatever value you are giving. But in this T operation, what you did, you replace the value na with the reference. That's why 21, 20 become 21. But here, are you changing in this value in this part? No. So this value already, this is static value. So you change with the help of T variable, you replace this variable. This is reflecting to everyone. Na? This 11 will come to this also. This 11 will come to this also. This 11 will come to this also. But what about B value? B's value object related na. So B is always 20. For third object also B is 20. Unless and until I am using T1 variable to change this value. If I am using like this T1 dot B equal to 30, then what will happen? This will be replaced by 30. When I am using T3 variable here, T3 B equal to 40, then for this value 40 will become. So this will T1B always give this 30, T3B give 40. You are changing in the object copy. So that is the purpose. Now try to observe the same concept. Hope you are understanding, guys. Now, same thing I copy paste. Let me copy this for one more variable. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change. I'm using only T1. I'm making it T2. I'm making it T2. Same variable is not no, duplicate. Let me go T2. T2. I'm giving T2. This is T2. Fine. Can I change some variable in T2 dot B? This time T2 dot B equal to 40 I am giving. This time I am changing which copy? Second object na. This is English statement. No need to worry. First, static value A. We have used which value? T variable. So always this T is changing that static value. So it is coming to everyone. See T1, T2. You understand this. Now, B is what, guys? B is stat instance. Na? Every time it is going to come into objects. Every time it is going to come into objects. That's why we are trying to understand what is instance and what is static. Now, int b equal to 20. Always this b is coming to every object whenever I'm creating by default. So T1 when I created one object, b value is what? 20. So I am changing with the help of first object t dot b. So it is changing. That's why it is reflecting na 20. B value is changing. But what happened about this second line? This is not change because B is assigned to, by default, B is assigned to this value. I did not make any change. But what happened here in third line? This become 40. Why become in this object again the value of B was 20. But we are changing the value 20 to 40. That's why it is coming 40. Now you are understanding what is the role of instance and what is the role of static. Hope you are good, guys. Okay. What is mean by static int and final int, right? Final value you are not able to change na. You are not able to change final value. If you final value cannot be changed, static value you are able to change na. See, this is static int equal to 10. So in this case, you are changing the value na t dot 11, t dot a equal to 11. You are able to change. That's why 10 become 11. When you are using final means you are not able to do the change in value. You cannot change. Final means that is final means final. You are saying na final means final. Hope you are good, right? Now, what is the next thing? instance variable can be accessed only from instance area, and we cannot access directly from static area. This is what we are observing now. This is static. This is int. Int is instance. Can I remove? Can I use this directly? T dot B instead B. Error. See, error is coming now. Underline error. Why? Because it is asking to change B to static. See, cannot make a static reference to non-static field B. B is non-static instance. But main method is what? Static. This complete area is belonging to who is the owner? Main method. What is the type? Static. You cannot call instance. That's the reason it is asking. But static variable can be accessed from both area. That's the reason I keep this command. This is static area, right? This is static area. This is static area. This is static. Can I create one instance method? Public instance method. Public void. No static means instance. Can I create one method M1? I can create one method M1. No, perfectly fine. This is instance method. This is static method. Instance method can use static method. Let me copy this and paste here inside method 1. Is my rule is justifying? Not my rule. Java rule justifying? Yes. What is A, guys? Static. M1 is what? Instance. So we are calling static variable inside instance area also na working fine. Already A is static. We are using under main method. That is also static. Means static variable can be accessed from both places. Non-static also and static also. But if we are using this instance variable, B is instance, non-static, but it is giving error. But is any error here? No error. No error, right? No error, right? Fine. T dot. Forget about this part. I am calling to call instance method. We cannot call directly. If I will remove T, we cannot able to do na. So object is reference is required for calling of variable also, right? That's why comment was there in this line. So I use T dot B to call this. Similarly, M1 is was instance. Now this call will go here T dot M1. It will call this method. Now try to observe. Debug this program and try to understand what is the value of now. See, value is change here na. Means A will become 11, B will become 21. No problem. That's why 11 and 21 is coming. Can I comment this line? Means first this is executing, after that this is executing. But here we are already changed the value. So when we are calling this M1 and printing this part, so it is printing 11, 12. Can I comment this part? Okay. Now can I run again? Run Java application. What is coming, guys? A is 10 and B is 20. Right? Hope you are understanding where to call static, where to call instance. Okay? Now. So they will ask you some sample example, and they will ask you whether this is valid or not. For example, Control C, come to Notepad. I am giving you the feeling what kind of question they will ask you. Remove this commented line. I am not asking about logic now. And for example, this is one class they are giving in this way. You are able to see, right? You are able to see. No problem. They will ask you What will be the output for this class? They will ask you this question. Then you will see top to bottom. Class test fine. This is open curly bracket. This is close curly bracket. Everything is fine. This is also correct. This is also correct. Then you will see, okay, this is method one. Fine. It is not returning anything public. Fine. Open curly bracket, close curly bracket. Nothing is there. System.println. My favorite statement. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Then you will see to run the program, we need main method. Yeah, fine. Syntax is fine. Open curly bracket, close curly bracket. Then, okay, object is created now. You will check. Okay, take class name is test. Okay, class name is same. Everything is fine. Syntax wise, everything fine. You will come here. Everything is fine. Then what we are doing? T dot M1. This is also fine. Then you will say, sir, everything is fine. Some output will come. But where is the problem? This is static. M1 is instance. Okay. Everything is fine now. Everything is fine. But what will happen? They will they will give this example. Then what you will answer? M1 is also fine. You are calling method, but what is the wrong here? You cannot call directly static methods here in sorry instance method inside static area na. Then you have to tell, sir, we required some object reference. Then only we can call. Then it will be fine. This kind of example, what we are discussing, they will give in this way. Copy, they will copy paste, they will copy paste, select Control C, and they will ask, hey guys, I am giving you one problem. I am giving you a problem. Can you please help me know what is the output of this program? Then you will copy paste, keep like this in notepad, and then you will try to apply your common sense. What will happen? Then the problem will come because there is no method. This kind of program they are going to explain. So two line of program, whatever we are giving, they are important there. They are important. They will ask you 10 interview question or 15 interview question. There will be 100% 5 core Java question. One question will be like one or two question on collections. Here one logical program, one this kind of simple program. But you have to answer na. Then they will think that you are expert in core Java, right? In that way you have to answer. Now try to observe. Now I am telling you static concept. There is one concept called overloading. But that is important na, but that is not overloading. Okay. So overloading concept is applicable for static method. But we have to take care what is the arguments. Okay. Now try to observe, guys. Now try to observe. Let me use this program also. Okay, fine. Example overloading static. Let me use main method. Yeah. Now try to observe. ठीक है? Now try to observe. Copy this. Copy this. Can I paste here? What is the problem? What is the problem? This is main method. This is also main method. When method are same, then their parameters should be different. Parameters should be different. I can use int. Error is gone. Error is gone. When methods are same, but their parameter is different, that is called overloading. That is called overloading. They will ask you in the interview, can we overload main method? Yes, we can overload main method. We can, let me write one system statement. System dot out dot println main string. What is coming, guys? Main string. Let me run copy this place, this method also. Paste here. Int string. There are two main method na. There are two main method. Did int the argument we are passing is running? No. We have to call this method na. How we call that method? The same way we have to call this method. Call some method without parameter. You know, this method is having nothing. Call this, I have to match this condition. M1 is having no input. So I can call this way. For example, if I am having some variable number, this is expecting some variable in text, then error will come here now. It is asking, okay, method is fine, but it is not matching. It is expecting some number, int number. So you have to pass some number now, 1, 2, 3, something. Then it is matching now. Then this is matching M1 with number, matching with M1 with number, the type int. If it is Boolean, then again error na. You have to give here some Boolean value, true or false. Then matching na. Hope you are understanding, right? How to call methods. Whatever the expected data type, if you are using employee, objects, then you are to pass employee here. How you are passing, it's up to you, employee. But it is expecting create constant na. Let me create here. For thing I am creating here. I am telling you how to call the method employee e equal to name employee. This is already one class existing somewhere. That's why it is not error. Employee. Error gone. Hope you are understanding. Whatever the method is expecting, that type you have to pass. Otherwise, error. Right? Come here. Save this. Save this. How to come to and fro? Here is the button. Left or right? Come back to previous class. Click here. Okay? Okay. This one. This is the arrow. Back to test1.java. See, if I clear, coming to test one, clear, right? Now try to observe. The number of time I am clicking here, it is going to back step, right? How to, this is the, sorry, this one. This one. Okay. You have to use come forward and go. So now guys, 1 minute. Hope you are understanding. Hope you are understanding whatever we are trying to understand. Okay. Now. This is overloading concept na. Overloading concept. We did not discuss much about overloading. We are just discussing about what static and instance. That is our purpose, guys. Okay. We are not discussing on what is inheritance, but we are discussing about static. So static method is there, right? Now. Now try to observe what is this main method? Change method, create main method, right? I need to call this with this. Arre Baba. class name dot. Now try to observe what we can call from class name. Okay, don't want to confuse. We will see some later point those example. This is main method, right? This can be overload. What is our next example? This is overloading. Can we try to do overloading? Now I am removing this method. Now this is employee static variable na. Consider this as parent. And let me create one. There is one, yeah, this class is there. I can reuse this. How to inherit extends. Paste here. Can I use this? Save this. Extends. Import. It is asking why error. Whatever the method there, import is required, right? That's why import is fine. Okay. Now what we did is there is one child class. Name is test class, but with this keyword, right hand side become parent and left side will become child. That is the relation we are establishing. But now we have one main method inside this. What is that main method? That is static method. That is static method means inheritance concept is applicable for static method. Okay. If child does not have that main method, okay, so what will happen? If the child class does not have contain main method, then present class main method will be executed. Okay, now try to observe. No. This is also main method, na? This is also main method, right? No. System dot out dot println. Okay. Run as what is coming? Okay, it is coming, right? Means we can say inheritance is coming, right? Inheritance is possible, right? This is perfectly fine. When I'm not using this, compilation is done, na? Compilation is fine. Means we are able to override this method also, right? Inheritance concept is applicable for static method. Here we are using static method, including this is main method, na? Hence, whenever we are running this child class, okay, if the child class does not contain main method, then what happen? What will happen? This I have to show with this command prompt, guys. This won't apply here. Okay. I last time I showed you, right? What is the command to compile? Java C. Try this command. Try this command. What is any parent class name? Parent class name. Use this and try it. Parent class dot Java name. What is my class name here? This is your task. Try to practice like this. This is Java C command. This is your class name. Okay. Then what will happen? Compilation will be done. After compilation, what you will do? Byte class is created now. Then you run this command. Java come here. Cursor will come here. Then it will give some output, right? Same thing you did for this way and try. This is your task. This is your child class, that is test. First you have to run this command and then next you have to run this command. And now you have to test the output for this program. Hope you are good. Okay? This is your assignment. You can whenever you are practicing this program, try this. Write this program. Write this program. Then create one test class, which is nothing but child. Write this program and use this command. Use this command. from your notepad and try to execute what is happening. Same way. Okay. Now, guys. Okay. What is our next topic, guys? Static modifier. Okay. This is done. This is done. Static modifier. Now, synchronized keyword. We are going to discuss more on this synchronized keyword in multi-threading also. Okay. But just have a brief idea. What is synchronize? Synchronize is also a modifier. Okay. This is applicable for method and block, not for classes and variable. It is applicable, applicable, it is applicable for methods and blocks. When I'm talking about blocks, block syntax is this, guys. This is a block. You can write logic here. No instance keyword, no static word means this static block. If I'm using, sorry, instance block, when I'm using static keyword means this will become static block. We will see some program, but soon. So methods and blocks, we can apply synchronized keyword, but we cannot use this for classes, class and variables. We cannot use this for class and variables. Okay. So what will happen if we declare methods, the synchronized keyword? Then at a time only one call can happen. Okay. And we only one time method can execute. Parallel calls is not possible. Parallel calls means, for example, you are having www.flipkart.com. Many user can able to access at the same time na. You are requesting www.flipkart.com. What is happening? Everyone able to access that, right? Parallelly. But when some methods, there are certain methods, we are declaring those methods as synchronized, that only we can call that method using one thread. What is mean by one thread? When I'm talking about thread, thread is nothing but program only. Whenever I'm going to use the word thread, thread are programs. Programs are only. There is nothing apart from that. Apart from that. Okay. Program means some code. Whenever we are calling method which are like defined as synchronous, so only we can call that method. How we are calling this method? How we are calling this method? We are calling this method na t dot m1 means we are calling, right? Only one thread can execute. We will see more in detail in multi-threading topics, guys. But synchronize, I want to give some small brief about this. Okay. Now, what will happen? What is the advantage? What is the advantage of using this? What is the advantage of using this? The main advantage is data inconsistency. For example, what is mean by data inconsistency? Try to understand this word. Very, very important. Data inconsistency. Try to understand. Try to understand. What is mean by data inconsistency? Try to understand use case. Bank use case. Bank use case. There is one bank, HDFC ATM. There is one HDFC ATM. There is one HDFC ATM. One guy is Akash. One guy is Akash. One guy is Amit. Okay. One guy is Akash. One guy is Amit. Okay. For example, let's say one guy is Akash only. Akash is one guy. What he is doing? What he is doing? He is withdrawing amount. He is withdrawing an amount. Okay. This same guy is withdrawing an amount. At the same time, that operation, there is one method is there. There is one method is there. Withdraw. Withdraw amount is there. This is method name. For example, there is total amount is in bank. Total amount in his bank is 5,000. 5,000 rupees. Total amount is 5,000 rupees. He is trying to withdraw how much amount? He is trying to withdraw 2,000. 2,000. Once this operation is done, the calculation is done. What will be the calculation then? Something will happen like this, na 1,000 minus 2,000. The balance amount will be what? Amount will be like balance amount will be like equal to 2,000, right? So this operation will completed. This operation will be completed. Okay. Otherwise, what will happen? Parallelly, he will try to withdraw 2,000. At the parallelly, he will try to withdraw 5,000. Is it possible, guys? At the same time, copy paste here. Think in that way. Use case is nothing but your real time daily lifetime situation. Na? If what will happen, there will be facility. He is withdrawing 2,000. At the same time, he is withdrawing 5,000. How much he is withdrawing at the same time? 2,000, 5,000 means 7,000. Is this possible? There should be some restriction. Na? First, this operation should be completed. Then second time this operation should be checked. But what happened? Balance amount will be 3,000 na here. Once the balance amount will be there, then he will get okay insufficient amount. There should be some restriction na. So this is data inconsistency. If such situation will happen, means if he is doing this operation at the same time balance amount is still 5,000 and then he is withdrawing 5,000 again. So what will happen? There is a loss to bank na 2,000 rupees. This is data inconsistency na. So to avoid data inconsistency situation, we want this logic should be performed first so that the balance amount should be calculated. And after that only another transaction is possible, right? To avoid data inconsistency. Hope you are trying to understand what I'm trying to explain. Okay, so data inconsistency, you understand, right? This is we are going to use many places this word going forward. In projects, these are very important factor. Data inconsistency means nobody can manipulate the data, right? Inconsistent. Consistent means no problem. Inconsistent means some up and down. What will be up and down? Data. Problem with data. We should avoid this situation. Then multi-threading, synchronized keyword related, right? Hope you are understanding. But what happened? Disadvantage is waiting time will be increased and it will increase the performance. First, this operation will be done. First, Akash is going to withdraw 2,000. Then what happened? Then amount will be reflected. Then Akash second time can withdraw. So what happened here? Some time is spent in this operation, 1 minute. For this operation, 1 minute, total 2 minutes. But if I will allow all this thing in 1 minute, what will happen? There is data loss na. Even though we are achieving the result, but wrong result na. So disadvantage means nothing. It's up to our situation. It's about your use case. In this use case, if there is delay in 1 minute also, that is fine because that is not going to result in inconsistent data. Okay. Hope you are understanding. Okay. Now guys, next is transient keyword. Next is transient keyword. What does this mean by transient keyword? Very, very important. They are asking sometime in interview. This is the modifier applicable for variable, not for method and class. Okay. It is applicable. It is applicable. It is applicable for variables. Variables, not for not for methods and class, not for method and class. Okay, so this is very, very important. This is very, very important concept. There is one topic we are going to discuss about serialization and deserialization. We are going to see serialization and deserialization. Deserial serialization. Then this topic transient keyword come into the picture. What does this mean by transient keyword? Serialization means what? Try to understand. Simple way. Simple way. Not in detail, but simple way. There is one object. There is one object. Okay, you want to transfer this object from one place to another object. Means file transfer, something data is traveling now. Some information is there. Some information is there. Int x equal to 20 and something. This value is there. And what you are doing? You are trying to achieve serialization. Serialization. You are trying to achieve serialization. What will happen at that time? So at the time of serialization, if you don't want to serialize the value, then because I don't want x equal to 10 to go, should go here. Then what we will do? I will use one variable transient in front of it. We will see that to avoid transfer of this value, we will use transient keyword. Transient keyword. Guys, tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. Static variable is there. Tell me simple common sense. Just now we have discussed. Static int x equal to 10 and int y equal to 10. Common sense. Now tell me, out of this x equal to 10, is this x is going to store in object? No, it is not part of object. Int y equal to 20, because this is instance, it will be part of object. So if it is a part of object, then we can restrict now, because this int is what? Instance. That is what this is part of this object. Static will be part of object? No. So any idea, any suggestion that we can use static with this instance? No. We are using transient keyword for instance variable because these are part of object. But static variable is not going to part of object. So using static variable with transient keyword will work. No use na. Because I want to stop serialization for the x equal to 10. But this x is what? Instance. Why? Because this is part of object. I don't want this value to be serialize. So to avoid, what I will use in front of it? Transient. Transient keyword. Purpose of transient keyword is to stop some serialization. You can think in that way. But static value, is it correct statement? Static value will lie here. Static y equal to 20. No, this value won't lie inside heap area. Static, we will see memory as well in tomorrow session. Some part where the static value storing, where the instance value storing. So what is transient keyword? Transient is a modifier applicable for only variable. And at the time of serialization, if you don't want some data to be moved, I don't want to give this information some variable. That time we are using transient keyword. And static variable are not part of object. So we are not using serialization concept for that. So no transient variable, declaring transient variable and as a static variable as transient, no use, right? Okay. We will see, guys, we will see discuss more on that tomorrow session. I will continue on this topic again, synchronize and transient, and then because these are very, very important as an interview perspective, I'm stopping my screen share and stopping my recording.